Meanwhile, publisher of Sahara Reporters, Omoyele Sowore, has asked Nigerians in the UK to occupy the London hospital where President Muhammadu Buhari plans to have a medical checkup. Sowore describes the medical trip to London as a waste of resources. He says the president should do his checkup in the world-class hospital he built since coming to power. He also advised Nigerians in the UK to occupy the Abuja House in London.
Ahead of Buhari's departure, critics asked the president to hand over to the vice president, Yemi Osinbajo. Former senators Dino Melaye and Shehu Sani tweeted asking for an executive communication to the National Assembly for power transfer in the constitutional provisions. They advised the president to take time to rest before returning to the country.
As analyst Sam Amadi joins us now to look at, the implications of the president's medical tourism. Good to have you on NEWSNIGHT, Dr. Sam Amadi.
Thank you.
Okay, well, the president is explaining that the president's trip to the UK for health attention or checkup does not amount to medical tourism. If it's not medical tourism, what exactly is it?
Well, I think medical tourism doesn't mean you're going to be shopping and visiting amusement park in London or New York. It simply means that you are out there as a tourist looking for medical care, basically. So you're not a resident, you're not going there as a British citizen or resident. You're there because you want to access Medicare. Now, I think Gawa Sheshe's response was, to be fair and respectful, really sounds silly. The notion that the president has doctors for the past 30 years in the UK, where he was a private citizen and visits there, and now as Nigerian president,
after 6 years,
has to visit doctors. I mean, medical care is interchangeable. It's like you can shop it up. So even if they're the best doctors in the world, you could as well get them here in Nigeria. So what the president is going to do, because there's no facility here to cater for the president, and that is a story around the collapse of healthcare. And so the issue is a moral problematic, one that the president needs to take care of his health. It's important for Nigeria, for democracy, that the president is alive. We want the president to be healthy, but then it carries a moral burden that the president cannot be treated, even for, it doesn't look like somebody who has health impairing ailment. He looks fairly strong. So it will be part of routine, good medical treatment that cannot be afforded in the country. So that's a really scandal. It's not explained by saying, oh, he has doctors for the party. It's simply what it is. For the past 6 years, this government failed woefully to do what it criticized the previous government, which is to say an end to medical tourism.
What would you say if the president had invested a lot of money in constructing and building the magnificent health facility that is expected to be built in the villa, and he still decides to go and consult with his personal doctor who's UK-based? What would you say to that?
Two things. One, don't forget there's been issues even raised by the First Lady herself around thorough wastes, corruption. So essentially, the allegation that, look, that clinic, in spite of enormous budgetary provisions over the years, has nothing, even drugs. So basic care cannot be even got there. Even the First Lady herself travels abroad for Medicare. President's immediate family, including the Mama Dora himself, was reported several times to have gone abroad. So basically, nobody of any significance accesses that clinic. Perhaps the wives of administrative staff, guardmen, gardeners.
Well, the First Lady did complain that something as basic as syringes and what have you are not even available in the State House. Now, this is happening at a time when health workers, resident doctors, are going on strike from April 1. They have declared it, and it's going to be indefinite, and it's going to be final as far as they're concerned. The optics of it.
The political pathology is that the president is going to access good health care, and citizens of Nigeria are probably going to be trapped in no provision. So this is democracy. The way it works is that the president has a skin in the game, should have a skin in the game. But in Nigeria, democracy works. The VIPs, the president, the governors don't have a skin in the game. So the system is collapsed. Nobody's going to attend to the request of the medical resident doctors, and therefore we can call their bluff. Then the big guys upstairs, starting for the president, we have options. So the leaders of our leaders opt out. They have options. They opt out of a decaying system, and therefore they lack the incentive to invest quality executive attention to solving the problem because they have no skin in this game. So the president can access medical outside as has done. His wife could do, the first lady. Immediate families can do that. But the citizens in whose name they govern are just trapped. So if the doctors will go on strike, we're going to see fatalities.
And based on a breakdown of the budget, 2,000 naira allocated for each Nigerian every year for healthcare. And this West Africa, ECOWAS countries agreement of 15%.
Anywhere near there. You look at even some of the budget for the health sector go to infrastructure, which of course not just a pipeline.
Okay.
So buildings, but nothing really about care.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sam Amadi.